Vox have released a new affordable practice amp. It's modeling and it uses Nutube technology. Why should we care? Everyone and their dog has a modeling amp that's affordable. Well, this one actually seems kind of promising. We'll check it out after this intro. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Elmo Karjalainen and it's good to have you along. You can call me this guy if my name is tricky to pronounce. Today we're taking a look at the Vox Cambridge 50, which is a new modeling amp by Vox. I think they released it at NAMM 2020. Might have released it earlier. I don't know. I never go to NAMM. I live in Finland. The Vox Cambridge 50, I think it looks very promising actually. It's priced at €333 here in Europe, which would be just over $350 in the US. I don't know what it'll go for there. It's loud enough that you can gig with it. Yes, I actually tried it out a bit beforehand and I tried the volume. You can actually gig with this thing. It has a simple layout, which I really like. But before I go through the features, if you're the kind of person who just wants to skip to the playing, I'll put a timestamp in the video so you can just skip to that. But anyway, the features. It has a 2-band EQ, bass and treble. It has gain and volume. And I'll start off with those at 12 o'clock. Then it has a kind of master volume, which is called power level here, which goes all the way from off to 50 watts. It has a modulation switch with all your regular type modulation effects. And it has 2 different types of delays and 2 different types of reverbs. It has a tap tempo. It has quite a few different amp models built in. These include Deluxe Clean, Boutique, Overdrive, Vox AC30, Vox AC30 Top Boost, Brit 1959, Brit 800, Brit VM, SLOD, and Double Rec, plus line. You can control it with a foot switch. You can program a few sounds into it. It has a headphone out, auxiliary in, it has a USB connection so you can use it as a recording interface and you can tweak the sounds a bit more from what I've understood in the software. It has a Celestion specially designed speaker, 12-inch, and it has a tuner. So today I'm going to be trying out a few of the different sounds. We'll see how many. I'm going to be trying out both the clean and overdriven sounds, of course, but I'm also going to be trying it out with an overdrive pedal to see how it handles that, because that's something that people might kind of enjoy using to give it even more flexibility. What I do have to say straight off is that I like the simplicity of the controls, of the features, so it doesn't try to be too many things at once, because some modeling amps, they just try way too hard to be way too many things and end up being actually nothing. Now this goes firmly into the bracket with the Marshall Code 50 and the Katana 50 and all of those things. We'll see how it does, and maybe later I'll compare it to a Katana. I won't compare it to a Code. If you've watched one of my Code videos, you'll know why. I did actually have a look at the manual just to find out a couple of things, and I stumbled across Nutube here. And they say about Nutube. Nutube is a new vacuum tube developed by Korg Incorporated and the Noritake Itron Corporation. And that utilizes technology from vacuum fluorescent displays. As with conventional vacuum tubes, the Nutube is constructed with an anode, grid and filament and operates as a complete triode tube. Furthermore, it generates the response and same rich harmonic characteristics of conventional vacuum tubes. Warning. Sound may differ from actual tube amp. Sounds like marketing speak, but we'll see about that, shall we? Actually, I should have read that in a silly Indian accent. Nutube is a new vacuum tube developed by Korg Incorporated and Noritake Itron Corporation, and that utilizes technology from vacuum fluorescent displays. Maybe German. As with conventional vacuum tubes, the Nutube... Oh, let's just stop. Let's get to playing. So, first up, Deluxe Clean, like I said, controls halfway, that's treble and bass gain and volume. And like I said, this is loud enough to gig with, but I'll just do it at manageable volumes. Now, I have a bit of delay going from the amp as well. Okay, so let's just see what it thinks of a mild overdrive. I'm using the Strymon Sunsets. I know, by the way, I have a custom mahogany Strat with Seymour Duncan YJ and Fury pickups. The Strymon Sunset, I have set it to a 2-stage with only a moderate amount of gain. Okay, so far it deals with the overdrive pedal nicely, which is always a plus. Let's go to the next one, which is Boutique Clean. Do you like that chord? I didn't. Actually, I didn't like anything of what I've just played. Let's go over to Boutique Overdrive. A bit of noise, nothing major. Next one, AC30. I immediately associate that kind of music with a cruise ship. Finished with my woman 'cause she couldn't help me with my mind. Enough of that. Let's go to top boost. Because I'm a big Brian May fan, let's see what it thinks of the top boost, what it thinks of a treble boost type thing from the Strymon Sunset. Because that's what Brian May uses, at least as far as I've understood. So he runs one, I was about to say one of these, he runs one of the Vox AC30s on full power, everything on full, and just blasts it even harder with a top or a treble boost. gain back halfway. And this is what I kind of look forward to most. It's the 1959 Brit, which is a super lead plexi. Now I'm not expecting it to sound like one of these things. This is the 1987X, which is a 50 watt version. The 59 is the 100 watt version. So it's basically mimicking one of those. I'm not expecting it to sound like that. But we'll see what it sounds like. There's a slight buzz going on somewhere. It sounds a bit annoying. I didn't notice it with the previous one. Let's see, I'll just switch back to the top boost. It's not as pronounced here. Guess I could live with it when you play with the band. That small amount of buzz wouldn't be annoying. Might just be a defect in this particular amp. Let's see what it thinks of an overdrive, because sometimes they don't work too well. So now I have basically full blast going from the Strymon Sunset, because this is basically the way I would run my Marshall Plexi. Okay, that's a bit much. Dropped level and drive just a bit. Call me crazy, I actually somehow kind of like it, considering it's a cheap modeling amp. The buzz is the thing that's annoying me most. It doesn't sound like a plexi, it doesn't really behave like a plexi, at least not on this volume. But the buzz is maybe the most annoying thing. But that might be particular to this particular amp. If you buy this and it buzzes like that, then you can have it switched for one that doesn't buzz, because it comes with a warranty. Okay, let's go on. Brit 800. Let's see how much gain this thing does. Lots of buzzing. 800 sounds okay. I didn't notice any buzz, so I don't think this is broken. I actually think the buzz is just in the 1959 model and slightly in the top boosted. It sounds like it does it with just a moderate crunchy tone. Yeah, it's not there with the with this model, the 800. Let's go on to the Brit JVM. Whoops, sorry, Brit VM. Wonder where that J came from. Oh no, I know, from the Marshall JVM, which it's modeling. And next one, SLOD. And rectifier. Okay, so this is sounding a bit muddy. Let's see what we can do about that. Drop the bass and add a treble. Okay, I'll go back to the SLP 59. That buzzing thing annoys me. The amp sounds quite good considering the price. I mean, it does the whole, it's a bit boxy and it's a bit fake and it's a bit all of those things. I'm not sure about the speaker. Actually, I think most of the trouble I have regarding sound is with the speaker, but that's easy to change. It doesn't have an external cab out, which is a shame because you could then try it with an external cab to see what the trouble is, if it's the speaker or if it's whatever it is. But the buzzing thing is what's annoying me most. Let's see if I can... If it's an EQ thing, can I EQ it out? It's right high up there. Even with the treble all the way down, it's still there. Yeah, I think the 1959 SLP sounds okay. Again, considering the price. But I'm picky when it comes to that type of thing because that's the type of amp that I play. And I've noticed, or at least I think, that that's where modeling amps usually have the biggest trouble. I think they do the high gain stuff okay, the cleans they usually do very nicely, at least compared to the other stuff, but the crunchy stuff like the SLP, like a Plexi, they normally don't do too well. Let's check out a couple of other things still. So you have chorus. Then it also has reverb, it has analog delay and tape echo. Then it has spring reverb. I think it sounds more like autumn. You see, spring, autumn.
I'll get me coat.
And hall. Yeah, it has enough features that it has quite a few features, but still not too many. It's easy to use. I think it sounds okay considering the price. I'm not going crazy about this. I'm not going, wow, you all have to get one, it's the best thing ever. But I'm saying that I'm positively surprised. For that price, I wasn't expecting too much. And also considering that I'd seen no hype about this amp beforehand, and I still haven't, even though it's been released. I think it's a very, shall we say, adequate, decent amp. It's good. It's not very good. You can gig with it, but I think there are better options out there. Personally, I would still, if you're going modeling in the same price range-ish, I would still go for a Roland Cube, especially the 80-watt version. I think those go for roughly the same amount of money second hand. Throw in a couple of hundred and you'll get yourself a decent valve amp even, which won't be as versatile as this, of course. So I understand. It's decent, it's versatile, all those things. So if you want to watch more reviews of modeling guitar amps, I have a playlist somewhere around here. Or if you just want to watch more gear reviews, I have another playlist around here somewhere. Other than that, I hope you liked the video. Click like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment, let me know what you thought. Support me on Patreon because you get an honest review. And honestly, I think this was quite okay. Nothing special. See you in another one. Take care. Bye.